Yeah. On my birthday. Oh yeah. Not sure if someone else would be streaming the like this early in the morning, but as you probably may have read from the title, this is a live stream that I'm doing for my 22nd birthday, and I am going to be showing off my 22nd birthday stuff that I gotten for it. And I also started with this Trackmaster or Motorized lot that I had gotten. I'm not going to be here for too long, I hope you understand. Don't worry, it's fine. It's doing great, I'm very happy with what I've gotten. But first, I'm gonna show off my 22nd birthday haul in no particular order. We got starting off with this Motor Roads and Rail Lady that it's kind of blurry. Okay, the camera's a bit blurry. No, actually, never mind. You got this another Motor Roads and Rail Lady that I'm gonna do some. That I do plan on doing some fixing up. My day is doing great so far. This is also the third Motor Road and Rail Lady that I've gotten. Mostly because of how my other two got. One got made into my own custom model of the little blue engine from the monster under the shed. Not to be confused with Harwin from the Horrors of Harwin Lake. And if you've seen Lady the Lost Engine, you probably may know what I made my other lady into. Painted it red to look closer to, well, to look like the Industrial Lady model from the train's website Sodor Workshops. And also used a similar lady model in the Sodor map video that I did last year. And also that was back when So what's the new lady gonna be like? I do plan to do some restoration work on it, like, well, give it new eyebrows, fix up the eyes, fix up the buffers, and fix up the dome, and also fix up the smoke, well, fix up the funnel, and yeah. And the other Thomases that came in the lot were a handful of Thomases. So many to the fact that I'm not sure if I have a place to put all these guys. Oh yeah, and there's also this one with a dinosaur sticker on it. Man, that name sounds familiar. There was also a speed. There's also It also came with this Thomas that was seen in the Big World Big Adventures movie. I low-key Turbo Thomas.
And Alice and George and Margaret and Clarence. Where did you spring from?
I actually didn't have a I actually didn't have a motorized Thomas I actually didn't have the turbo Thomas until now, but anyways,
Oh, no. This is no trouble. No trouble for elephants.
the lot where I got that lady and all those Thomases also.
Come now with 1, 2, 3.
Oh, thanks. They also, anyway, the other four that came in the lot was the
Well, it all seems to be
I heard about that too. Another James, another Percy from the pack that was based around Percy Takes the Plunge. I have. It'll be neat if they revive the turbo stuff for the new range. I actually did have the Percy that came in the motorized Percy. I did have this Percy that came in the motorized Percy Takes the Plunge pack, but I painted it up into a character called. I hope you make a custom Thomas movie, which is a non-canon sequel to the Thomas and Magic Railroad someday. I do have another episode in season 4 planned, which is called Frankie's First Day, which takes place after my Thomas and Magic Railroad rewrite called Lady Lost Engine. I might get the new Thomas models like Thomas and Duck. I'm not getting the big engines, they look fat. The only one that I've gotten was Flying Scotsman, as seen in the the review and test run that I did. And speaking of which, I also managed to get the Hornby Flying Scotsman from the Thomas range as seen here. Oh, hey there.
Hello? Oh, hello, Di. Yes, just giving Ivor a wash. Yes, all right.
Up until this point, all I had was the Flying Scotsman that wasn't from the Thomas range. And also came with. But anyways, back to the little Trackmaster and Motorized lot. It also came with the another Percy from the Race Relay set, which also came with a Streamlined Thomas, and another Trackmaster 2 hero, and probably a false leak for the new Thomas. The thumb has Thomas smoking. Oh, does it? I think that may have been about the Mark Forster movie because. Although I'm probably thinking that movie is either going to come out in 2020. So probably a false leak of the new Thomas movie, and the thumb has Thomas smoking. Must have been in regards to the Mark Forster movie that was announced back in 2020, and we didn't have much info about it. Which also led to me assuming that the 2026 project could be that movie. Or based on what Trainboy17 said in the comments of my posts about it. Even though it kind of felt 2030 was a bit of a long way off. So what do you think of my remastered take on the main 11 engines? Thomas E4, Edward, K2 rebuilt into a D40, Henry failed. Sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. Oh yeah, that too. Oh yeah, I've heard of him too. Yeah, there was also another Trackmaster lot that I also got that came with another Thomas. another James, Gordon, normal LNR A3, James K-Class. I think I've also seen other people do the same thing. Percy, Great Western Railway 1339, Toby, LNER Y6, Dom Doris, Caledonian Railway. What if the movie? What if they made the movie for 2026 with remade models in CGI? That would be interesting, although up until we got the news about the new Motorized stuff, I was kind of unsure if a revival of CGI was going to happen after All Engines Go ends, but anyway, there was also this Trackmaster 2 Henry with a battered hen. There was also a battered Trackmaster 2 Henry because of the tender. Still hope the movie will bring the series back on the nap. Yeah, we hope so too. Well, yeah, I hope so too, given how... Although I was kind of unsure about whether the movie was... I'm also kind of hoping that the Mark Forster movie doesn't end up going down the same path as, let's say, Magic Railroad or The Adventures of Thomas, even though that never got released. Lady LSWR 405 Adams Radio Class. Oh, so that's an interesting idea. I think having Lady be based off of that... Is that the Ivor the Engine theme I hear? You are indeed correct, because hopefully it won't have Thomas smoking. Yeah. You wouldn't want to see Thomas or... Yeah. Given the fact that Thomas is a kid show, you wouldn't probably see Thomas smoking. And besides, I feel that leak may have been a troll one that someone made. And yes, I am also watching Ivor the Engine right now. If I were to remake The Adventures of Thomas, I'd keep some elements.
Very carefully, Jones the Steam lifted the nest with another bird on it and set it in a tin on a shelf.
Yeah, I kept those up for my... Yeah. I kept some elements of The Adventures of Thomas in Lady the Lost Engine, I presume. Oh, thanks. Happy birthday. Oh, thank you very much. And I also have thought, what if I were to use this Trackmaster 2 Henry with the battered tender for a custom of Peter from Sodo the Modern Years by Hi and Happy Birthday. So yeah, I have thought about using this Henry this Trackmaster 2 Henry for a custom of Peter from Sodo the Modern Years by Wild Nor'Wester, and having new elements like the railway is having financial difficulties and having a more light-hearted plot. Sounds interesting. I have seen Tommy Trains' adaptation of The Adventures of Thomas, but as of right now, part 1 is currently available to watch. And
The mother bird had made her nest right leaning on the line. I picked it up and put it in a tin box on the...
so yeah, since the Henry tender was in was in poor condition, I actually did consider using this for a custom of Peter from Sword of the Modern Years by Waldner Wester. Instead of ones that's similar to a Ralph Basket mixed with a drunk Zack Snyder. So yeah, and since I'm in the caravan that's right next to the Talon rail, I also decided to bring the my Ivor the Engine the Complete Collection box set with me to it. And quite fitting given how Ivor the Engine also takes place in Wales. So with the battered Trackmaster 2 Henry out of the way, I also got the Bachmann N-scale Hasty Hannah. And I was hoping to get Bachmann Stanley for my birthday, but I was hoping that Bachmann Stanley was going to be out in time for my birthday, but it ended up becoming increasingly unlikely, so put the phone down while I take Hannah out of her box. Hannah,
I tell you what, we'll have a word with Mrs. Crotty. I can see her in her garden.
So here's Hannah out of the box, and since both your birthday, yep, since I'm said hi. Oh hey there. Now, since the N-scale model of Henrietta's N-scale model had her with a face, I made a post saying that I was wondering if Bachmann had ideas to update Henrietta with a face. Well, I mean the H.O. Henrietta, which is what I'm talking about.
But that's a clock. That's a cuckoo clock. That's right.
So yeah, I now have Hannah in N-scale. Although I think prior to this, I was actually trying to make a custom Bachmann Hannah out of... I was trying to make a custom Bachmann Hannah H.O. Hannah out of my original Bachmann Henrietta after I got a new one at the Thailand Railway, but I didn't quite finish it off. And I don't think it looked good. Although if you want to know what became of that custom H.O. Hannah, well, it can be... The body of it can be seen in... I suppose imagine if a international show accidentally taught kids how to say the F word, no one would feel the same again.
And you'd never know they were inside it. How about that, Mrs. Bird?
I feel that would probably be like a similar cases to that to that one of the banned episodes from Pingu, which
Fixing up a clock, are you?
was the one that contained alcoholic references.
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. What time do you make it? Oh, it's just on 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Well, there we are.
And also, prior to getting Hannah Hannah today, I also got the
Oh, but do you think you could oblige us with a bit of
I also got a
start?
Bachmann Thompson B1 yesterday, along with this trying flatbed. No, it's trying platform. I've not flatbed, and I'm actually thinking of using this in the next the next episode after the final part of Road to Row Museum, which I'm gonna use this station for Scarlowy Station. Oh yeah, and there's also the little display cabinet that I also bought at the Fairborn at the Fairborn Railway Gala back in May, but I'm still in the midst of trying to get more Bachmann and Hornby stuff.
There is his shed on the siding at Lanyock. And look, there's Mr. Williams, the postman. It's not often he comes down to Ivor's shed. Oh, hello, Mr.
Since
Williams.
I also pointed out that earlier I got
Well, of course, you know perfectly well he does
the
every
Hornby
part.
Flying Scotsman from the Thomas range earlier,
That?
I also got both
Oh, come in.
Hornby Diesel and Hornby Spencer as well.
Not even Ivor's birthday.
Prior to this, all I had
What
was
about that? A tiny trumpet. Is that
Diesel and Spencer and Bachmann.
He's writing on it. For Ivor. Just in case.
And also, me saying that I didn't have the Thomas variant of the Hornby Thomas Flying Scotsman
Oh, just something.
yet in my review and test run I did of the Motorized 2025 Duck and Flying Scotsman.
For Ivor.
It was also pretty much me foreshadowing the
Just in case.
me getting the Hornby Thomas. The fact that my dad also ordered the Hornby Thomas variant of the Flying Scotsman for my birthday, and here's the tender.
Just in case, like.
Yeah. I feel the the lining on the Hornby. I feel that the lining on the Hornby Thomas variant of the Flying Scotsman pretty much predates Flying Scotsman's CGI render, even though this is from 2000, and even though it was released back in 2005, the same year Season 9 came out, which is, even though I do find Season 9 to be pretty meh, and as well, hello again, as well as the, oh wait, the reuse.
Oh, well. We'd better catch them, I suppose.
Do you plan on getting another tender for Scotty? Not sure, and I might have to glue the face back on when I get home.
That wasn't any good. Idwal was old, Jones was fat,
And
the sheep were frightened.
here's Diesel. The reused Gordon lining on the tender.
Oh, there's a case now, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
A case.
that kind of
Case. Hey,
I
wait a
think
minute.
that lining was pretty much what put me in mind of like CGI Flying Scotsman before CGI.
Well, it's supposed to be a trumpet.
Mm.
It doesn't
I might see if I can try and find another tender for the Thomas Fair and the Flying Hornby Thomas Fair and the Flying Scotsman,
He was wrong, of course.
and also his diesel. I pretty much have all the diesel engines in Hornby now. Well, all the diesel engines from the Hornby Thomas range now. Given how I've now got... Given that I managed to get diesel in Hornby, and my friend has a Hornby diesel alongside a Hornby Duck that isn't operational. Oh, interesting. If you see my Mole Relic collection, you will Flying Scott get his smoke deflectors. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Given the amount of money that my parents paid to, well, my dad paid to get for him, I'm probably not gonna do that. Oh wait, that's the alarm, sorry.
Waiting patiently for something to do. Well, there you. What about it? Are we to do any work today?
Oh, George. I don't know.
Okay,
We've done everything there is to do here.
Okay, I managed to turn the alarm off.
No call to go to ground.
I managed to turn the alarm off, and it also came from my second phone.
Nothing at all.
Oh, well, what shall we do then? Stand them out all day?
Oh, I don't know. I've got my fishing rod.
I also managed to get
Call it dinner time and take our sandwiches down by the river.
well,
Fishing, eh?
the alarm clock on my phone. I originally had it set for
We shan't be long.
well, 7 a.m., which is the time I'm recording this, but given how I got up early, it's pretty much out of the question.
That suited Jones very well. But it wasn't such a good day for fishing.
Oh, I don't know.
Now,
Some days the fish will bite. Some days they just...
oh wait, sorry about the face reveal. It's not the first time that I've done a face reveal because...
Everybody has to have some time off, Di.
Oh,
Maybe it's time for you to
it's
put down
not the
fishing
first
and
time
have
I've
some
done a
Sunday.
face reveal because on the,
On a working day.
sorry about that,
Right, somehow.
it wasn't actually the first time I've done that because there was also one on the, Ballet Rose. Oh yeah,
What is it?
Your engines run away.
What? I know. But we left him up by the station.
Well, that's right.
next I'm gonna
Oh, dear. George.
show off my
I knew something direct.
Hornby Spencer.
You should never have left the premises unattended.
Oh, Di, you worry too much.
Come along, run. Look, you see?
Given how
He's not there.
Why? I guess
my
he's
friend
somewhere.
What?
my friend Crony did a accidental reveal too, but
Oh, I don't know.
we don't talk about that. Yeah, just to be safe, I'm gonna move my. Just to be safe, I'm gonna move that phone out of the way.
The fire brigade. He might be anywhere. I must telephone head office.
Di, calm down. Now, Ivor can't be far away. Now, come on, give me a bunk up here.
But he won't be on the
Oh,
road.
I know that's silly. Give us a shove. There we are. Now, let's have a look.
It's a very long story.
Now, don't mind out.
Oh, I see.
Now, Di Station. It's a lovely afternoon for a short walk. Shall we stroll up to Mrs. Porter's house and forget about telephone?
Anyway, judging by the packaging, the Hornby Spencer that I got is the one from 2008 and not the one from...
Next to his friend Bluebell the donkey. They weren't doing anything.
Not a very good one either.
Just standing there,
Oh,
being together.
I understand.
I worry, engine. Just what do you think you are doing here?
Oh, Di, don't be so serious. You know quite well what he is doing. He just came up here to visit his friend Bluebell, and that's what he's doing. Isn't that right, Bluebell?
But it is against regulations, you know it is. Supposing we went off in a...
Perhaps do you have a model railway?
Well,
I did have a model train layout set up in my garage, but it ended up getting removed, but it ended up getting taken down because it became my filming table, which is the table that I use to film all my Thomas series on. I have also heard that the 2012 Hornby Spencer also has black railing, and prior to getting the and way before I got the Hornby Spencer, around like 9 years ago, nearly 9 years ago, I did also get I did also get Spencer's coaches in Hornby back in 2016. One of them I got in a shop called Jeff Jefferson's The Train Shop, and the other I got as a Christmas present. Here's the tender. Here's the tender.
It's triumphant now, isn't it, Evans? Huh? The culmination of all our ambitions.
Ah, Jones, it has been a very moving day.
Yes, and hot too.
Oh, yes.
I have considered getting the Playrail Hogwarts Express in order to make a custom of Earl of Sodor from the train's website, Vickerstown Transport. So pretty much my second, so it'll pretty much be another custom of a character from Trains.
Changed into their bathing costumes and ran, shouting and laughing and splashing, straight into the sea.
In Trains, given I've made customs of some of Wild Nor'Wester's OCs and Richard the New Engine by Carson and the Berry Truck by Carson and the Berry Truck, and the Cousin Stewie custom that wasn't actually made by me, but was one that a seller on eBay was selling in an auction along with that. Take along to Trackmaster Modder Fergus. And well, oh yeah, and there was also the custom of Alfred from certain someone, but given how I try and reminds me of Potter Puppet Pals for some reason. Yeah, so yeah, since I thought about getting a the player of Hogwarts Express in order to make Hogwarts Express, it would be like, I think the something time that I've made a custom of a OC that was in trains, like, given I've made customs of Wild and West's OCs, I have a custom of Cousin Stewie that wasn't actually made by me, but was made off of one that someone was auctioning off. And I have made Richard out of my Trackmaster 2 Merlin. And I have, I have repurposed I previously did repurpose a Trackmaster the 2012 Edward into Mickey from Victor Tanzig's series, but since I'm not the biggest fan of Victor Tanzig, it's probably gonna go back to being a Furnace Railway Edward, since I'm not the biggest fan of Victor Tanzig. This probably includes the custom Alfred that I repurposed into Becky due to the horrible action that his creator had done. So yeah, I don't associate with. I'm kind of mid on him. Yeah. And also, and I was also kind of inspired by the Hornby Spencer and that, and also, since the Hornby Spencer has black wheels like that one, kind of like that one animation error in King of the Railway, that was also pretty much the inspiration as to why Spencer has black wheels in my series. And I also had the idea all the way back of Spencer having black wheels all the way back in 2013, given how I thought about doing my Thomas series around then, back when I was only 10 years old. I pretty much have nearly every engine in the Hornby Thomas range, given the fact that I now have can't be as bad as the actions of Butch Hartman. Hard to believe he was on an episode of Ryan's Mystery Playdate. I bet all the people who worked on the show are regretting that choice to this day. Yeah, the actions that Butch Hartman have done are pretty much why I don't really watch any show created by Butch Hartman. Despite the fact that I did watch a bit of some episodes of the Fairly Odd Parents when I was younger.
Weeping, is it, Ivor? I should think so too. You know it's against regulations going off on your own like that.
So yeah, I pretty much have nearly every Thomas engine that Hornby has made, with the exception of Murdoch, as well as the most expensive out of all of, as well as the most expensive engine from the Hornby Thomas range on eBay.
Not at my age.
Ivor's the only bandit here.
Like I said, they might be regretting that choice to this day.
Thank you for the ride, Mrs. Horsley.
You're welcome. Dear Bluebell.
Feel they probably would be. Yeah, and also, like what I said, well, speaking of Hornby Murdoch, if you've seen the, Model Relic Collection video that I did a couple of years ago, you probably may know that in the Thomas and Friends section, there was a custom Murdoch that someone made out of a Hornby 9F that, although that had Thomas's face, although it didn't have lining or orange wheels, but it did also have the the British Rail logo on the tender, which I thought looked interesting.
Still, Jones, the Steam, and Ivor went on with their life as usual. Nothing particular happened. They took books to Mr. Dinwiddie. They took boxes of fish to Mrs. Thomas. Oh, and all sorts of things to all sorts of people. And every day, they were one day nearer to the annual outing of the Grumbly and District Choral Society, when Ivor was to take them all to Chewing Beach.
See, and let's put the two of them, put most of the Morrow stuff that I got for my birthday side by side, and
Jones and I whispering in corners. There was a sort of atmosphere of excitement about. Perhaps it was
just because
it's always a bit of a party.
They gave it Thomas's face doesn't make him Murdoch. Makes him more like Thomas in the online video for the 70th anniversary.
The Choral Society outing. Today you must wear the silver wreath we won at the Eisteddfod.
Which video to be exact? Was it the like say Thomas transformed into a 9F? Kinda like the kinda like that kind of like that one promotional video that was made to promote the Thomas balloon being shown at the Macy's Thanksgiving parade back in 2014. I have heard about it, but I haven't actually watched it. I think it was the first time we heard. I think that was like the first time we heard Joseph May's Thomas voice.
As they came down to the beach, and Ivor saw the golden sand, he remembered how sad he had felt that day. And all his
so, to cap off most of the the stuff that I got that was Thomas related, here's a here's this Thomas t-shirt that I also got to cap off the Thomas stuff that I got for my birthday. I'm getting the impression that this t-shirt is probably a reference to Queen. Anyway, so, that pretty much, that's not an AI made shirt, right? I don't think so. Bear in mind, I don't think so. Bear in mind, I don't really do AI generated Thomas images, just letting you know. So yeah, I don't really use AI for images. And I also don't don't make videos using AI neither as well. Although one of the videos I hate AI if I'm honest. Almost much as I hate mermaids. So does that mean you also hate the Little Mermaid?
Who's there?
It's me, Edwin Jones, the engine driver.
What do you want this time of night?
I need some money.
Also, I can't show any of the
Jones,
Ivor the engine clips that's playing on the
But it's an emergency.
television screen because I don't want to risk getting copyrighted.
For the gas meter.
The gas meter? Don't be ridiculous. Whose gas meter, Mr. Jones?
Oh, the dragons.
I'd be right down. Coming, Mr. Jones.
Darn H20, just add water.
The dragons, you see, well, they're
Darn
all
anything.
their gas meter at Smoke Hill. And, well,
That's
I
stupid.
wonder if you have any.
Half crowns? But they are not legal tender anymore. They're civilization, you know. They took them all away.
Oh dear. I would have thought you would have had a few lying in a corner somewhere.
Lying in a corner somewhere? This is a bank, not a coal tip. Still, we can have a look. Here you are. Take these keys and go through those deposit books.
It's not really my cup of tea, but it's passable. Oh, okay.
There was not a single half crown on the premises.
So, basically to cap the stream off, let's have a look at some of the DVDs I got. Got this one with. And also, did you guys know that one of the episodes of the Sooty Show featured an Ertl? And also, did you guys know that the that an episode of that to wind up Fat Controller appeared in an episode of the Sooty Show?
Mrs. Williams hasn't any, Ivor. Are they somewhere in the shop? Ivor says you've got some in the shop.
Try and.
We better find out. Let's look at this top shelf now. It's up there. Are they in a box, Ivor?
I also showed these two off when I. Just remember Rev W. Audrey's characters are as OCs, meaning that they are the most OCs in the world. So, could the same be said with characters from the television show, like Derek and Thumper being Britt and David's OCs, or characters like Billy or Luke being Sharon Miller's OCs, or any of the Lost, or the likes of Porter, Steven, Ryan, being Audrey's OC, being Brenna's OCs. etc. These two I've already shown off previously in my video on the 80s weekend at the Midland Rally in Butterley. And this one I'm gonna take out my shrink wrapper. Then I'm gonna take out the shrink wrapper after the stream is over.
That's where the farmers bring their sheepdogs and they have a competition to see how good they are at herding.
So yeah,
You know, Di, I wonder why they only use dogs.
I do mean I stinking hate me.
I mean, there are plenty of other animals who would be just as good. Lions or
Many
tigers.
movies about.
Imagine keeping
That's
a
what I mean
lion
to.
just to lunch. You leave the
I've seen a lot of Tom and Jerry stuff during my time.
Oh, dogs are like
So have I. The first Tom and
Dragons.
so have I. I can do remember one of the first times I watched Tom and Jerry was
if they wanted to herd
when I got the DVD High Strings and Treat. They even showed it off at a restaurant one time.
or any other animal.
So yeah, that pretty much covers the stream.
Hi, it's Alice and Barney.
So this pretty much wraps up the
Alice
stream.
going in for the sheepdog trial.
I thank you all for watching, and
But
I hope you liked seeing what I got for my,
Well, why not? It's an open competition.
and
I do not
I hope a lot of you like most of the
Oh, go on, Barney. Why not?
stuff that I have
Everybody would enjoy it.
gotten for my birthday, and
Jones the Steam led Alice to the judge's table.
I'm also probably gonna end the stream here
Alice was allowed
since
to enter the competition. Now,
I'm also probably gonna
come out through that gate.
end the stream here, so
Take them through those gates and
I thank you all for tuning in, and happy 22nd birthday to me. Goodbye, folks.